Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank
All
you.
right. Let's stay there. Uh-uh. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. And we are live here tonight for our Sunday evening show. And I've got my guest, my host first. Let me do my host first. Let me move the screen over here and add my host to the screen, Mrs. Frances Larkin, my supporting
Good
host. How are
evening.
you?
I'm
And
fine. How are you guys?
I've got the roundtable crew with me again tonight, and that's Terry Roy and Trisha Primo. Hello, guys.
Hi, guys.
Tonight we
Hi.
have our guest tonight is Lisa C. Weber. She is a state representative. Right, she's a candidate for the state representative for District 22. Are going to be our guest this evening. So we're going to work our show like we always do, and let you know, inform you of things that's going on in the city that needs to be known or in the community. Is it anything we get? Anything we need? Anything we need to press on tonight? Audience. What? Okay, that's Terry. He's at home. Okay. So I tell you what, guys, we'll be back in 30 seconds with candidate Lisa C. Weber. Welcome to Knowledge is Power Podcast Live with your host, Tony Redford, and my co-hosts, LaDonna Sherwood and Frances Larkins.
Knowledge is Power Podcast Live starts now.
Hey guys, I almost forgot about our giveaway tonight. Tonight we're giving away 2 tickets to the 2022 Houston auto show. That's
Oh,
going to
wow.
start on the 26th through the 30th of this month. So you get a chance for the big drawing. So I have it on the screen. So all you have to do, if you're watching or listening, all you're going to need to do is just comment in the comment box, and your name will be added to the drawing. And we will draw right after the podcast. So with that being said, I'll just wait for entry so we can give these tickets away. Free ticket to get away tonight, folks. So make sure that you come on board with us and get on board and win these tickets. All right. So now let's go here to our guests. Hi, doggy. We're here. There we are. Hello, Miss Lisa.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing?
Doing well,
Great,
Miss
great.
Weber. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Well, you're running for District 22 state representative. I have to ask this question. Usually I have to ask this question. How did you come up with that? I mean, not come up with it. How did you decide it? What was that decision making time that you said, well, I'm going to do this?
Okay, well, actually, I announced about 2 years ago in an organization that my ambition was to run for House of Representatives, District 22, in the year 2022. It was an organization named after the late John Lewis, Good Trouble PAC, and we were all together, and some were just on a supportive measures, but others were speaking on what they wanted to do for this community, for this area. So at that time, I had to made up in my mind that I wanted to seek this position.
Great. I was in the background typing, and I heard what you said. Tell us a little bit about your platform.
Okay, well, my platform is starting with education. Okay, because education is the foundation for any community. With that, it goes into the infrastructure. And from the infrastructure, there's the cities being built and everything. And then it goes into energy. Now, with the energy, you have to have motion in order for all of this to come to fruition. And with the energy, it goes from there to uh, the workers. Okay, in order to have the energy to build the infrastructure, you have to have the workers who are educated. And from the workers, it goes to technology, because technology is what we're using in the 21st century. And with that, I yield back my time.
Francis?
So, so Mrs. Weber, so tell us a little bit about your history. I was reading your bio. It is quite interesting, so I can see why you developed such an elaborate platform. So tell us a little bit about your history and kind of leading up into where you are now.
Okay, my history. Well, I'm married. My husband went to the military, and at this time, he traveled. So therefore, I was straight with him, and we had our family. Okay, so we have 3 kids. And we have 2 grandchildren. But what I did was I went into education. And going into education, I was a technology application teacher. So at that time, I was into the different avenues with technology application has to foster this realm, which is graphics, web design, etc. So as time went on, my daughters were graduating from high school and going off to college and everything. And we were always grounded and rooted in the church. So
Mm-hmm.
I became well. My daughters were in an organization in church first called the Knights of Peter Claver and Ladies Auxiliary. They were junior daughters, and by me being a parent that helped to facilitate, to help with the organization, I eventually became a member of the organization. So upon becoming a member of the organization in my mid to late 20s, I got to see how they were structured toward a government, I want to say facilitation, what have you. They had their president, vice president, etc. They had their committees and everything, and this is what we literally abided by bylaws and stuff. And we made amendments and everything. So as I went on, I became a treasurer, a recording secretary. I was a junior daughter counselor for several years, and my daughters were junior daughters grand ladies that is at that time. So it was so immense in our family until my oldest daughter, when she went off to school, because she sung. I thought she was going to sing and take a scholarship singing. She went to Stephen F. Austin State University, and she got a bachelor's in political science.
Oh,
And then she
wow.
went on to get her MPA there too. And at that time, she would go to the Capitol. Now, mind you, taking it back to as we were raising them, every year we took them to Austin to visit the Capitol as a trip.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, we would go in, and that's before all of this went down with 911, where they started locking facilities down. No, and with that, we've always been a family of structure. Okay. My youngest daughter, she went on to University of Houston, and my son, when he graduated, he went on to SFA also. So with that being said, back to me. Okay.
Mhm.
I got into going to conferences for professional development in
Uh-huh.
school in Austin with TCEA, Texas Computer Education Association.
Mhm.
And in TCEA, they, you went to different sessions for professional development. I got into one that actually allowed me to go into the Capitol to help to legislate for technology in the classroom for the state of Texas. And this was during the 85th legislation. um I didn't exactly know what I was getting into, which I knew about House bills and Senate bills, and I knew about the House of Representatives, and I knew about the state, the Senate, that is. And so it was just so intriguing to go and to, get an agenda to go and advocate for these different bills in order to help our community. And I did. That's what I did. And so I went back each legislative session to do just that. And then I found myself with another organization called TAPSE, which is Texas Alliance of Black School Educators. And
Mhm.
I became a member of TAPSE, which fostered LU-APSE, in which I was their fourth president. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. Just
Oh, by the way, right, we'll start. She had to step away for a second, but I'll tell
Oh,
you what we do have. We're going to come right back to Lisa Weber, but I want to make sure you guys.
Tony.
Hey, I'm sorry. I want to go back to the screen and say, guys, we are giving away two big tickets. That's right. Let me go to my private myself. I put myself on big
I
tickets, guys.
apologize.
That's
I
okay.
apologize.
That's okay.
I
We got. Hold on
am
one second. I'm going over something right quick. We give away two tickets to the 2022 Houston Auto Show. And you're welcome to those speakers. Can you see it? Yeah, there we go. Yes. Just comment in the comment box. We're doing a drawing right after the show. So let's get back to our guests. Let's see here. Where are you? Okay. There we go. All right.
okay. Thank you. I apologize.
It's
Right
okay.
now, I am not in a conducive place while I'm alone by myself, so I had to go and make sure that the noise didn't come over
Okay.
into what
We're
I was
fine.
doing.
We're fine.
Okay. Let's see, back where I was. So at that time, yeah, I was advocating for bills for technology through Texas Computer Education Association. And it led me to TAPSE, which I became a member of, and I was introduced to LU-APSE. And with LU-APSE, that's an organization that was through Lamar University Alliance of Black School Educators. I was a treasurer for them too. It's like I'm repeating myself, but I was a treasurer for them too. And then I became, let's see, a recording secretary. And then I was a fourth president. And under being a fourth president, under what I had going on with my officers at that time, we instituted a scholarship banquet at that time to give to the different high school seniors that were graduating, that would be attending Lamar University, Lamar State, Port Arthur, Lamar State Orange, and LIT, whichever Lamar Institute they want to go to at that time. So the thing about it is that through LU-APSE, I became a member of TPI, which is Texas Education Policy Institute. Um, there's a National Education Policy Institute too called NEPI, but with Texas, I was able to go to the Capitol and train. And not just train, I was able to go and give presentations to different senators for education and different representatives and talk to them about the area and what we needed as for social emotional learning, We were deemed an pipeline to prison community to talk to them about that and how we can rectify that in this area. I was able to just be in that realm to train and to learn and to research the different House bills and Senate bills that they have for this area. I found myself also looking at bills for career and technical education, whereas they can allow for this industry in this area and the different business leaders to have apprenticeships and internships for this area for our students. So with that, I yield.
Okay. I was reading, just reviewing your bio, and it
Mhm.
says that I will support classroom teachers, but a little bit before that, you said I will work toward an immediate, substantial salary increase for all teachers in the great state of Texas. Why is that important to you? What led you to that?
Okay, well, being a classroom teacher myself, I I know that a lot of times that the materials that I need is not in the budget.
Right.
So a lot of times I spend money out of my own pocket, such as other teachers, to make sure that my students have the necessary equipment to be able to complete the necessary assignments that are being taught. So, with that being said, we have a lot of work that we're doing in the classroom, and right now it's not conducive and sometimes feasible for us.
Hmm.
And right now, with the pandemic and there being such a shortage of teachers
Hmm.
in the classroom, we are, I don't know why there hasn't been anything on being talked about by giving us hazard
Hmm.
pay. Yes, I am for teachers receiving a significant pay because we are. We have lives to live too outside
Hmm.
of the classroom that needs to be taken care of. And if we're sick and we can't come to work, it's only so many leave days that you can take before there's a problem in it. You have to. I know some of my friends had to like leave the classroom indefinitely until they can become well again to come back. So that is right there is a financial strain.
Right.
So, and some teachers are coming out of school in debt, as such as a lot of people are. So I'm like, if they are given a substantial increase, and I mean a lump sum at that time, they can literally help to pay down this debt and debt that is, and able to get on a system to whereas they can alleviate that debt. Some of them don't have sufficient vehicles. We have a lot going on. Some of them need a place to stay. That can help with that. Some of them are literally coming here from another city. I know of several teachers that commute every day from from Houston, that the Houston area. So it's a lot that goes into why I said that, and I think they are deserving of it. And I think we will attract more teachers to the profession, and I think we would keep more teachers to the profession also if that was in place for them.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Have you devised a plan, or can you tell us a little bit about the plan that you have put in place in order to get to your destination?
Okay. Right now, I am I am going to the people where they are. Okay. I'm on social media. However, with the workload that I have, I am not able to literally be a social media socialite as I used to be. Okay, I come from being a gamer, so I was like on there, what have you. And throughout the years, when you have more work and stuff, your time is not so much allocated for it. Even though I do have the means to make videos, but then I just don't want anything to be out there. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm going to the people where they are and where I see them. And a lot of people that I know, like I say, I come from the church. I'm moving through to talk to them where they are. Um, I know I know a lot of people, even though I know some people like, oh, we don't know. Well, if you've been in a district for over 22 years, you know some people that are grown now. And I know when I see some kids in the store, they speak to me, they say, hi, Miss Weber, through a mask. I'm like, well, wow, they still recognize who I am. And I'm like, well, are you legal to vote? So, but my plan though is to make sure, yes, my plan is to make sure that the citizens of District 22 know that I am willing to be a state representative that will help to construct budgets for the appropriation of funding to be allocated and distributed properly in District 22.
Great. Now, and being a representative, state representative, it requires uh, knowing writing how to write legislation. Have you had any experience in writing legislation?
Legislation.
I tell you what, Mr.
Got you
Renfro,
back.
when I had to give a presentation to these different senators and representatives during TPI, yes, sir, I researched on how to write legislation. And I know that I can write legislation. I can get cohorts, members to help to write this legislation too. You can do it yourself, but you can get other people because see, some of the same wording can be in other people's bills. Okay, and they can all present this at the same time. So that's why I have this little app that I use where I research with like a certain word that I want to look up, and it shows me all of the different House bills or the Senate bills with that particular word inside of that bill. Like, because some bills can get through if you get enough senators or enough House of Representatives to pass it and look at it and push it through. But then some bills can actually die right there on the floor. So yes, sir, I do have some background in researching and writing and helping to amend bills that have been written. And with that, I yield.
Terry, you have anything, Terry?
I got one. It
Okay.
says in your bio that you want to strive for IBC, industry-based certification. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, at this time, I'm teaching under career and technical education. I teach principles of applied engineering and manufacturing engineering technology. And with both of those classes, which are 9th and 10th graders, we are offering the district which I teach in, the great district in which I teach in, we're offering IBCs. So once they complete this course, they will have an industry-based certification in engineering 1 and engineering 2, in which they can literally use this on their transcripts when they're applying to colleges, or they can be referred to it's an apprenticeship for them to learn how to work the job. And once they get older, they can apply for the job. Now, with that being said, under the director of STEM, in which I'm under TUNE, Science, Technology, and Engineering, and some call it STEAM, Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. I have had over 120 of my students to certify as FAA recreational drone pilots. So this is a certification that's real. And as long as they have that certificate, they can fly this drone.
And they are in high demand, might I add.
Yes, they are.
In real estate, mortgage, all of that. That's a great
Yes.
one. Yes.
And when they turn 16, however, they can go and to the Jack Brooks airport. They can take the tests, fly their drone, and receive full FAA certification to be able to be hired as a certified drone pilot.
And
So
they
I'm
make
very
money,
proud of
people.
that.
That's
Quick
awesome.
money.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
missed that. I have a drum, and I've been like I really
Okay.
do. I have a drum.
You're not FFA approved, Tony.
Hey, I took a class. I have a DJI a drone, and I just been practicing working with it. I didn't know I can do that. Well, I'm
Yes, you
sorry.
can.
I did. I knew that, but I didn't know how real it was. Hey, and I want to ask you guys one more question before I got you on the phone. Why do y'all let me start the show on without my microphone? Could y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. Well, now I have a mic on now, and I didn't know
it's
I was.
been
Let me show
on.
you. Okay. Well, maybe there was. All right. Okay. All right. So, Miss Weber, I am so glad to have you tonight, and I'm so glad that you are feel that in you to get to want to have a chance to run and represent our District 22 here in Southeast Texas. So, what are your game plan now going forward? I think isn't the uh, early voting is in about 3 weeks.
Yes, it is. Early voting starts on none other than one of my favorite times of the year, Valentine's Day, February
Me
14th.
too.
Yes, indeed. So I'm
Yes.
like counting it our joy because the hearts are going to go out and they're going to vote. So right now, my plan is to speak to as many people as I can, get my message out to everyone that I know in this area that I am a candidate and yes, I have training to be able to work in this position. And I am just I'm grateful. I'm
Great.
very grateful to be on here tonight with you also too, and I'm very humble to know that you all are here for us to be able to talk to different people and this in this area to let them know that they have a choice when it
Right.
comes to choosing someone to fulfill that seat. And I just want to let them know, just because I'm a hometown girl doesn't mean that I have not been leaving out this area. I've been going to Austin for years now. Okay. My mom lived in Austin. Matter of fact, my mom had a janitorial service where her staff cleaned up the House of Representatives offices,
Hmm.
not the Senate, but the House of Representatives. This is two different sections. So, with that being said, thank you all again for having me on here tonight.
Well,
And I apologize. That's my little chihuahua. I was trying to.
that's okay. We okay. We're just on a podcast. Now, let you just to make you be informed that we are on this podcast is on all social media platforms. And also Spotify and LinkedIn and XM Radio. So your message is going to be all over the place. So I want to make sure that you let the community know who you are, why you want to represent us, and ask for the vote.
Okay. Like I said before, my name is Lisa C. Weber, and I am asking for your vote for House of Representative District 22. My platform will cover education, infrastructure, energy, the workers, and technology. Now, I don't want to leave out some of my sub points because I am for veterans' rights also,
Hmm.
and for women's rights, and
Hmm.
also for the right to vote without having voter suppression. Okay,
All right.
I've been following all of this, and right now I'm like this. I am I'm a woman of faith. So with my faith, I know that God gives all of us a choice. Okay, and by giving us a choice, we have to adhere to when we don't do what we know is right, the right thing to do. So at this time, being a female, okay, being a woman, I know that women know how their bodies feel. So for someone to make laws to tell you what to do with your body, I know during this time it's an injustice.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
and also with that being said, if it wouldn't have been for a woman knowing how to take care of your body, this world wouldn't have the beautiful people in it that it does. Okay, and also going to the point of an injustice. When you are not accommodating people who you know need to have these accommodations in order to have their voice heard, and you are suppressing their voice because of just some inadequate form of thinking, it's not right. I know when I was a young girl, my grandfather used to go around and get people that couldn't read or write, because back then, you can make your mark, make your X in order to vote. He used to bring them to the polls to vote. So right now, with us having over a 90% rate of people knowing how to read and write, it is not it's an injustice to have voters suppression on anybody. So with that, I yield and thank you.
Thank you, guys. If anyone else,
No.
okay,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
okay. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Trish.
I'm sorry. Who was that?
I thought Trisha.
Oh
Terry.
no, I was just saying no.
I think Terry, your mic is on mute. You open here, but I don't hear you here. Now you're off mic. Okay. Now you. Okay. Say something. No, we
Uh-uh.
cannot. No, we cannot hear you. But you're not on mute. Sorry about that. Mrs. Weber, we've got some comments here. I'm gonna go get a big shout out to Jennifer Levine. She said hello and good evening, and I know she's working along with you. And ML Francis, France, I say hello to all. And I think Jennifer wants to win the tickets. Okay, and let's see here what we have here. Big shout out to Also Laughing. Why not allocate more funds for supplies? I guess there was a question he was asking, or that person was asking. So we are glad to have you here on the show, and we'd like to. Before we go into um, the early voting, I think we want to invite all three of the candidates to one podcast, but we'll have about each have 5 minutes worth of message alone with you, just you. So we're going to do that. We're going to invite all three of the candidates all together, but everyone is going to get a part of a podcast. And I want to bring all three back and just each other's give us 2 or 3 minutes of your time. Uh, Let you know about your campaign. How about that, guys? That'd be fine.
I think that's a great idea, Tony.
Great,
Sounds
great,
good.
great. All right, there we go. You're back. All right. Okay. Now, guys, let's do our
I'm,
part now. Huh?
you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Great.
Wow, I don't know
Now
what
it's all
happened.
over
I
now.
had a
I don't know what
question.
happened.
I had a
Yeah, go
question
ahead.
for Lisa.
Yes.
District 22 represents maybe about 160,000 people or so. What kind of changes would you want to bring about to those people? Because a lot of people not even sure what a state rep does. And do you have any laws and amendments that you are willing to try to change or introduce?
Well, I know first of all, I want to change that the laws for women, the ones where they're having to tell us, what we can and what we can't do with our bodies. So, um, also, I want to work on the infrastructure for this area. And also, I want to make sure that we have everything that we need in this area in order for us to prosper. Like I said, education is the forefront of all of this. So a lot of training. Also, with everything that's going on in this area, I like to be able to support the families in this area so they can know that this is an area where you can come and find a job. If you want to get educated, you can go to more right here. We have fine learning institutions in this area. We have fine independent school districts in this area. We have Beaumont Independent School District. We have Port Arthur Independent School District. We have Orange, which I know Orange is not a district, but Port Arthur and Beaumont, or I'm just speaking of the Golden Triangle in general. So right now, what I would like to do is make sure that Beaumont is appropriated the net funding that we need in order for us to keep the supplies that we need in this area in order for us to grow. And that's in the
Because
industry here.
we're falling short on the infrastructure money apparently. So
Yes, sir. Yes, at this time, I know that last week there was a budget that was allocated for this area that missed the deadline was missed. But I'm hoping that the federal government will look back at this area and do something to have that come this way again for this session. Or I don't understand how they can overlook that, but I understand a lot of things was going on. We had a lot of what is that, head bumping inside of the Capitol. So a lot of things didn't get the necessary attention that it should have.
a lot of
And
selfishness stopped it.
yes. So I'm like,
Selfishness stopped it. So
yes, and that was like $2 billion.
yes,
hmm
a lot of people don't know that.
Yes, but I do because I pay attention to that, and I was
I
like,
do.
oh my
Me
God.
too.
I was like, oh my God, that's for our infrastructure, and it's just so hurtful because they don't understand that you're hurting an area that we have children here. We have families here. We have people that are wanting to work here. Like for instance, when I say wanting to work, look at the lockout. These are people that's wanting to work, and they're locked out. So
Yep.
we have a lot of things going on, and we need that infrastructure funding so we can get the supplies in order to be able to be sustainable in this area and with prosperity.
Yeah, because a lot of people think when you talk about infrastructure that you're just talking about water and sewer and all that, but it's a lot of other things
Sure is.
that it's affecting,
Sure
and
is.
it's going to hurt us in about the next 3 months.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are seeing now that the shelves are, going dry, and you're getting sporadic inputs here and there of things that we need. It's not good when
Yep.
you're needing basic needs. Oh my
Everybody's worried
goodness.
about pandemic money. That's where the
Yes.
selfishness comes in, and worry about
Yes, sir.
pandemic money that the government is giving. So
Yes, sir. I
yeah.
understand. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question.
Thank you, Mrs. Weber.
You
Lisa
welcome.
C. Weber, candidate for the Texas State House, District 22, right here in our
I can remember
backyard.
meeting her at that meeting too. So
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
really?
You remember when I announced
yeah,
back then
I
that I
remember.
wanted to
Oh,
run for this? I
oh,
I
told them. I
remember.
said, and I remember you used to sit right by the door. And
Yeah.
I used to always say that because it would ask what everybody inspiration was, and I was just riveted because I was like, House of 22 in 2022, and you all, I'm number 2 on the ballot.
all
All
right.
those twos,
All
yes.
right. All right. Number 2 on the ballot. Give us that date again for early voting for
Early
the.
voting is going to be on Valentine's Day, February the 14th.
That's right. Okay,
Yes.
guys. We're about ready now. We're about ready to do our drawing now. Uh, thank you, Ms. Weber.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right, guys, we're back on the front end of the show. Before we close out, we'd like to give away tickets to the giveaway. We got 2 tickets to give away tonight to the 2022 Houston Auto Show. Tuesday, we'll be giving away, we'll be giving away Starbucks a gift card away. And so we want everybody to join us every evening on Sundays and Tuesdays as we continue our podcast. Our podcast has new pages now because of my major pages was hacked. So we'll start all over again. So give us time, we'll get there. So you're ready for the drawing. I see we got 5 entries in the drawing. So let's go to the drawing. How about that? Okay. Let's see what we have here. Who's going to win? If I'm doing this right? Wow. Wow. It's not working. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Up. Where did it go? There we go. You see it, guys?
No.
No.
The the winner is Mitchell Shepard. Y'all can see it?
No.
Y'all don't see it?
No.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to go back to my screen one more time. I got to get this right. I can't let this happen to me. Let me go back here. I'm going to share this page. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. And I'm going to add it. And we're going to, there we go. All right. There we go. You see it now?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Winner is ML France. She won the prize tonight. But you know what? Since we missed that, this is our first time doing this. We're going to try again. Okay. How about that? We're going to give her 2 more. I have a bucket of tickets, free gifts. So let's give away 2 more tickets. Okay. So we're going to try it again on the screen that time so you can see how it works. All right. So they go here. Let me draw it again. And the winner is Old Soul Laughing. She's on our YouTube channel. All right. Okay. So I'm going to get in touch with Old Soul Laughing and let's give her her gifts. So we gave away 2 tickets tonight. So thank you guys for joining us on Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. On Tuesday, we're going to be with Tuesday. Our guest is going to be candidate Eugene Howard. He's running for office, and I can't remember what office he's running for. Terry, did you know?
I never heard of that name before.
Okay, well, he's going to be our guest on Tuesday, and we'd like to have everyone to join us then, and also we'll be giving away again, folks, free prizes. So again, thank you so much for joining us. God bless. We'll see you on Tuesday at 7.
Thank you for watching Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. Be sure to like and subscribe to all Knowledge is Power social media pages.